What up, G Life fams? Your boy MC Shadow. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Check out the playlist where I got all the videos broken down. You know what I mean? Through the G series. Um, Now, what I wanted to talk about today is the gangsters made behind closed doors. You know what I mean? You know, what makes a gangster? I thought this was an interesting video to talk about only because on the simple fact that, the G Life series, that I do where I cover different vitals in different areas, you know what I mean? Now, like I've said this 100 times before, go watch the video where I talk about the G Life series. You know what I mean? That information is given to me by homies from those barrios, that area. So when y'all be talking all this shit, talking about like, oh, dang, it's not like that and like that. I explain everything like that on that video. I'm not going to go and be repeating myself and shit like that. You know what I mean? Anywho, now, but, what I was talking about. Because in those, what I get a lot is people be like, dang, how the hell could there be gangs right here? It's a nice area, like damn, that's just a trip. Like, how could there be vitals right here in a nice area? I'm gonna tell you something. A gang member is not made by other gang members, pues. A gang member is made by people that are not gang related at all. The shit and events that happen in their lives. You know what I mean? I'll use an example. Like, I'm not gonna throw my homeboy's name out there and all like that, putting his business all out there like that. But I have a homie. Well, I have several that fit this category. But I have a homie who's from the barrio. He comes from a nice family. With money and lives in a nice area and everything like that. But homie, life was all screwed up, and homies from the neighborhood and everything like that. But there was a time where homies were telling him like, they like, or saying like, hey, like this fool has it lovely, so like, like what's up with that, like how come like he's acting like he has it all bad, like the rest of the people. See, the thing is, because I've been to homie's house and I met his parents and everything like that, and let's just say his parents are not the best of people. Yeah, they have money, nice jobs, big house and everything, but like, no offense, but his parents are fucking just worthless. You know what I mean? I mean, homie says it himself. You know what I mean? Like, his dad's a narcissistic, alcoholic, sociopath, and his mom's she has a good job and everything, but she's kind of a pill addict. You know what I mean? So, what people see, don't ever get it twisted. Behind those closed doors, you don't know what happens. You don't know the when you're young, the psychological torture that you endure. Not only psychologically, but sometimes physically as well. So while you could come from a big house and fucking nice area and everything like that, you don't know what happens behind closed doors. And not only that, a lot of families with feria, I mean, their kids are neglected and abused, verbally and physically. And when you're a kid, that shit's gonna take a toll on you. Even when you're an adult and you're supposed to, like, you're an adult now, so like, get over it. It's not that easy, bro. It's fucking not. You know what I mean? I know what I'm talking about. I'm already an adult, and like, you can't get those fucking those memories out of your head, bro. They're like engraved in you. You know what I mean? Like, as much as you take like therapy or this and that, like, those shit still, like, haunt you. Like, whether it's nightmares or just like when you're just thinking, the thoughts are just constantly always there. You know what I mean? That shit takes a toll on you. No matter. That's why a lot of people drink or do drugs to try to not remember those times. You know what I mean? You'll never forget them, bro. When you go through some shit, dog, you never forget them, homie. You don't forget those memories. They never leave your head. I know what I'm telling you. You know what I mean? I suffer from that. I ain't gonna bullshit. I tell you how it is, homie. So it is what it is, homie. You know what I mean? That's why I tell people, hey, dog, raise these kids better or whatever, because when they're young, those memories are the memories that's literally gonna be driving them forward. You know what I mean? Literally, dog. And if their memories are shit when they're young, you know, growing up, they're always gonna have those shit memories engraved. You know what I mean? And that's just real talk, homie. Compared to someone who has loving memories, they grow up to be like just like good parents. You know what I mean? Good people. You know what I mean? Because that's literally paints the road. And yeah, there's some that have been through some shit, but they grow up to be like still decent adults and stuff like that. But that's only because their will, and they were more strong-minded. Like they were built they were born with a brain that's just able to handle scenarios better than others. Like there's some people, you tell them let's say you have 5 siblings, and your parents die. Some are gonna be able to handle it better than others. And that's been proven. Like by people that have passed. When people tell their stories, some handle it like pretty well, and some just never recover. But yeah, they're all brothers and sisters. That's because just some were born more, their mind was able to it's like there's some people they're born more intelligent, like they're able to grasp information better, than others. You know what I mean? Like they're able to process it better, and those are facts, because there's just, when some people are born with talent or whatever, that's real shit. Like that's not fake. Like, you know what I mean? Like we're not all born the same. You know what I mean? We could achieve greatness. Like this person is smarter, but this person's better at playing sports, or this person's better at playing instruments, but this person's more creative. You know what I mean? Like we all have our talents, we all have our gifts, and we all have our weaknesses, and it's cool. You know what I mean? But that's what I mean, though. So just because an area looks nice and shit like that, you don't know what happens behind those closed doors. You know what I mean? And if a group of individuals are coming from a fucked up upper class area, go to this school, and it's a school in the upper class area, whatever, and now they meet each other and are able to relate, and they band together, and then they just take out their frustration on society. My boy, you have a gang. Congratulations. And it's in the upper side. Because you want to judge them based upon what you see, but you don't know what happens. That's why it's not good to judge. That's why I said an area looking nice does not mean shit. It does not make the gangster. It does not make the rider. Because a person could come from a fucked up area and everything like that, but his life was probably lovely, but he was just trying to fit in, and he ended up being a bitch. Because it wasn't about that life. Well, not a bitch, but you get what I mean, though. Like, he wasn't really about it. He wasn't with it. But yeah, his life fits all the I guess stereotypical form of what a gangster's background should be like, or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Cause some of these people that come from the wealthy, damn, I can't believe he threw all of this away. He ended up being a murderer. You don't know what he was having bottled up inside that was going on with him. These areas don't mean shit. They could look nice or whatever, but if it could look nice, no graffiti, you hardly see no activity, but all it takes is for you to take a stroll one day right there, 2 fools to run up, or 1 fool to run up with a strap, homie, and smoke you, and that's it. Say, ya mo, homie, ya estuvo. It doesn't matter how many times you said that the neighborhood was nice, that neighborhood is not active, that it's a bitch or whatever. This fool all it took one time. All it took is a few seconds. He ran up on you, and popped you. Bam, homie. That's it. Ya estuvo. Now that neighborhood put in work. Now they're going to be talking about it, and now this, and that. So everything that you said was fucking completely irrelevant. It was away in 1 second. So that's what I mean, though. To think that a neighborhood never puts in no work, or never about that, talking without knowing, is not the most smartest thing to do. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying. So basically, the area don't make a gang member. It's the way you raise these kids. That's real talk, because we're all going to say we love our parents, and we do, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that the parents did it on purpose, or they're bad parents. The parents probably grew up through some shit too, and they were having their own battles and just didn't know how to cope with them. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that they're doing it on purpose or they knew better or whatever. You know what I mean? I mean, they're probably going through their own shit themselves. I just take maybe like open up a few eyes, maybe, you know, with that, you know, with what I'm saying, because it does make a difference. You know, if your kid is small and you're telling him that he can't do shit right, or fuck man, you're always fucking up, or like stop doing that, you're such an idiot. Hey homie, those are some powerful words to be telling a child, homie. I'm just letting you guys know. I mean, this is what it is, homie. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you, because I'm a gang member myself, and I know what makes us talk to a gang of homeboys. And real homies, we tell each other, like we'll be cracking, you know, especially behind the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? You know what makes a gang member. Those I'm not saying to starve them or make him sleep in the doghouse. My boy, all it really does take for is for you to keep telling your son that, fuck man, you're an idiot, or man, you can't do shit right, or no, that kind of shit, homie. I'm just saying. Hey, Shadow, yeah.